bit.
Come
Come
here,
here,
Casey,
Casey, come and sit down. You can have this back again now.
Get that toy.
Yeah, that belongs to
You
Jack.
can play with that in a little bit, okay?
Oh, yeah. You take it out.
Do you want to take it out there and play with it?
Out in the grass? He might keep asking me. She's videoing, by the way.
Oh,
Sorry. You need this.
No,
No, it's all right. We'll get it.
Good morning. The ceremony is going to commence shortly. May I ask that everyone take their seats and please have your mobile phones turned off or switched to silent. And can you just make sure that's video? My name is Karen Daly and I'm the celebrant here today. This is Doug Smith, the funeral director, and we are here today on behalf of Cadazzle Funeral Homes. The family have organised nibblies after the service, which will be taking place at Henry Lawson Club, which you are all invited to attend. I would like to welcome you all here today to celebrate the life of Sue Ann Jacobs, known by all as Susie, who passed away on the 20th of March 2018. Your presence here is important, for it is the memory of the friends who stood by the family during this time that will be a source of strength and consolation to them later on, during those inevitable moments of emptiness and grief. I became to know Susie last week when I spent a morning with Susie's mother Mary and younger sister Patricia. The family shared some of their precious memories of Susie with me, sometimes through laughter and occasionally through tears. But one thing was very obvious. It was their love and affection for her. I left the meeting with a clear impression of the type of person that Susie was, and as I was writing this tribute to her, I thought to myself how privileged I am to have come to know such nice people, and what a great honour it is for me to stand here today and officiate the ceremony of such a loved, kind and warm person. So I invite you to listen as Susie's family, through me, pay tribute to her life and honour her memory. Susie was welcomed into the world on the 4th of September 1998 at Nepean Private Hospital in Penrith. She was greeted by her mother Mary, father Lou, and older sisters Therese and Michelle. It was just over 4 years later that Susie got to meet her little sister Patricia. Susie first lived in South Penrith, and it was here that Mary spoke of a scary time in her life where she was gravely worried for her daughter. Susie had grabbed a cup of boiling water from the bench, thinking it was hers, and burnt her throat, face and chest quite badly. It was over many hospital visits and the removal of bandages on her chest that caused Susie to have permanent scars. She was lucky that her face wasn't bandaged. The family decided to move to Acreage and chose Londonderry to plant their roots. They were very fortunate that they moved here because they had the lovely neighbours John and Jenny Griffith with Kevin and Bo. Susie loved the new place, as there was plenty of room for all the animals that she loved to keep and care for. Susie had a great love for all animals and absolutely adored her cat, Sphinx, dog Zeri, and bird Hippie, that she grew up with, and the four of them were inseparable. The school hatched ducks as part of a project, so of course Susie had to bring some home. She brought 2 of them and kept them in the pen in the backyard, and she used the wheelbarrow as their swimming pond when they were young. She also kept chickens and then later adopted the Beagle Shadow that she worked at quarantine after she was retired. Susie was the type of person that would feed stray cats tins of tuna so they would stick around, and she would adopt them as her own. Mary always wondered why the strays liked their home so much, and it was Susie's influence that made animals feel so welcome. Susie's cousin Kathy gifted them with a family pony named Samson, and Susie loved him. She would ride him around on the paddock as well as in the crowned land next door to their property. One memorable occasion was when Susie was riding Samson around the front yard, and she accidentally fell from him headfirst into a patch of bindies. Mary recalled hearing Susie yell out, and she was greeted by her daughter with cheeks filled with little bindi prickles. Instead of crying, Susie and her family found the whole scenario so funny, She laughed the pain away with all of them. The family of 6 were very close, and even though Lou had 4 girls, they all had a bit of tomboy in them and much preferred to spend time outside than being cooped up inside playing with dolls. The girls would ride their bikes together, up and down the long driveway, and would tend to all the animals they had, including the chickens and cows. The sisters would play together and possess a little sisterly rivalry at times. Their family holidays together were spent at the Entrance North Caravan Park, where they would play on the beach and head to the lake to go fishing. Susie loved fishing with her dad and spending time on the beach with her sisters, making sandcastles and swimming in the ocean. Susie went to St. Joseph's in Kingswood for primary and Bede Paulding College in South Windsor for high school from year 7 to 12. Throughout her schooling, she made many friends and became close to the ones she met in her first year at Bede Paulding. These include Katie, Kath, Ali, and Ben. Susie also became very close friends with Ben's wife, Hayley. This group of friends would spend so much time together and stay out late. Mary would be in bed but wouldn't sleep soundly until she heard Susie come through the front door and was safely home. Susie loved school and went really well in English and maths, but she definitely loved her friends and socialising more. During her schooling, Susie did work experience at Taronga Zoo and would travel from Londonderry to Mossman every day for 2 weeks on the train so she could gain experience working with a variety of animals. Susie also worked part-time at KFC whilst at school, and then at St. Mary's Pet Shop before gaining a position as a detected dog handler for the Australian Quarantine and Inspection Service. It was in this position that she was privileged to meet Little Shadow, who is now residing at Susie's parents' house with Sphinx, Hippie, and Ziri. It was working at Quarantine that Susie met her dear friends Alicia, Liza, Kristen, and Lee, who I'm sure are going to miss her energy in the workplace. Susie also had a love of sport and played many types, including netball, physical culture, ultimate frisbee, touch football, OzTag, and AFL. It was during her AFL career that she met Pete, Kimbra, and Rianne. Susie was a team player, but was highly competitive, so really enjoyed winning. Another hands-on love that Susie had was her craft. In her minimal spare time, she would crochet, knit, and most recently started making jumpsuits with the overlocker that her mother bought for her birthday. Susie was a much-loved daughter, sister, niece, cousin, and friend. She will be dearly missed by all those that were lucky to cross paths with her while she blessed the world with her presence for the past 20 years. Susie is now in the company of her dearly beloved Auntie Frances and Nunnu Sam, who have already passed. A light has gone out without so much as a flicker, and all we have left is the precious memory of how brightly it burned and the warmth it gave us. May you all live today with the warmth memory of Susie's happy nature, her vitality, and zest for life. The following reading is by an unknown author. Your Life Cut Short. Do not judge a biography by its length, nor by the number of pages in it. Judge it by the richness of its contents. Sometimes those unfinished are among the most poignant. Do not judge a song by its duration, nor by the number of its notes. Judge it by the way it touches and lifts the soul. Sometimes those unfinished are among the most beautiful, and when something has enriched your life, and when its melody lingers on in your heart, it is unfinished, or is it endless? While we listen to one of Susie's favourite pieces being played, please take the time to reflect and remember happy moments you shared in her life, the impact she had on your life, and those around us today, and give thanks for the gift of having known such a beautiful soul. For those that would like to come up to the casket and say their own personal farewell to Susie, may do so at this time. Please remember that it is only Susie's body that we are saying goodbye to today, not her personality, character, and spirit, which will live on forever in your thoughts and memories.
Don't forget about the stars, the sky, lucid as the air that blows, and light that shines just a way to figure out her when the night is wrong. Take a little wander outside through the rain and snow, just a way to figure out her. Don't delete my baby, don't defeat her still. In the quiet of nothing, to the hands of grace. Don't delete my baby, don't defeat her now. Don't delete my baby, won't you always find? Gonna shine a diamond like you never did. Gonna show you something I can't be taught. Don't delete my baby, I'll find course now. You know that I belong to be reflections of myself. Let it all out. Just let it all out to fight the feeling. Don't take it to the one in mind. Always know it needs her to belong to find. Know that when I do want to face the place, take a little wander outside through the rain and snow, just a way to figure out her. Don't defeat my baby, don't delete her still. In the quiet of nothing, to the hands of grace. Don't delete my baby, don't defeat her now. Don't defeat my baby, won't you always find? Gonna shine a diamond like you never did. Gonna show you something I can't be taught. Don't delete my baby, I'll find the chorus now. You know that I belong to be reflections of myself. Let it all out. Just let it all out to fight feeling coming to break. Don't wait, just let it all. Setting off the score.
I'd like to invite Susie's sister Michelle to come forward and share a piece from one of Susie's favourite books. An extract from The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. People have stars, but they aren't the same. For travellers, the stars are guides. For other people, they're nothing but tiny lights. And for still others, for scholars, they're problems. For my businessmen, they were gold. But all those stars are silent stars. You, though, you'll have stars like nobody else. What do you mean? When you look up at the sky at night, since I'll be living on one of them, since I'll be laughing on one of them, for you it will be as if all the stars are laughing. You'll have stars that can laugh. And he laughed again.
We sweat on it and then take it out.
And when you're consoled, everyone is eventually consoled. You'll be glad you've known me. You'll always be my friend. You feel like laughing with me, and you'll open your windows, sometimes just for the fun of it. And your friends will be amazed to see you laughing while you're looking up at the sky. Then you'll tell them, yes, it's the stars. They always make me laugh. And they'll think you're crazy. It'll be a nasty trick I played on you.
I would like to invite Susie's sister Patricia to come forward and share a piece from one of Susie's favourite children's books.
Can we go again?
Go, Mum, go.
Sorry. An extract from Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne. If ever there is tomorrow, when we're not together, there is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, even if we're apart, I'll always be with you.
So now the curtain will be drawn, and then, so we can't see it because this one's going to be cremation. So, family and friends of Susie, please stand as we approach the end of this moving farewell. You have gathered here today in mourning, in grief and in loss. We have had the opportunity to share moments of Susie's life and love and kindness she brought to her family and friends. May any regrets we feel today be turned into gratitude for our time with her, and may the chill of our parting give way to the warmth and sunshine of her memory that we will cherish forever. I would like to invite one of Susie's dearest friends, Kath, to come forward and read a piece which I'm sure Susie would want each of you to be reminded that death does not have to be the end.
Do Not Stand at My Grave and Weep by Mary Elizabeth Fry. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I'm in 1,000 winds that blow. I'm softly falling snow. I'm the gentle showers of rain. I am fields of ripening grain. I am in the morning hush. I am the graceful rush of beautiful birds in circling flight. I am the star shine at the night. I am the flowers that bloom. I am a quiet room. I am in the birds that sing. I'm in each lovely thing. I do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I do not die.
Thank you all for coming here today. Please let the family recess out first, and you are all welcome to join Susie's family at Henry Lawson Club for refreshments. If you did not sign the guest book on your way in, please remember to do so before you leave.